the average driver makes 200 observations. You're looking around, you're keeping space in front, keeping space behind you, and then you have 40 decisions. We all decide, do I push the gas, push the brake, do I make a lane change, do I lift off the gas? And one of those leads to a mistake. We all make mistakes, and we're trying to get you all to less mistakes, better defensive driving awareness. And that's really the goal of segment two, is to help all of you reach those goals and help you be accident free. And we don't want to go to your funerals. So for every 500 miles, one of these decisions leads to a near collision. You almost rear end someone. It was raining very heavy today. Some of you might have got caught in the rain. You probably had to pull over the side of the road. You really couldn't see, or you decided to go ahead. I'm just going to drive in this rain, and I really don't have experience in it. So there were power lines down today. Traffic lights were out. So sometimes I'm out in this with students and clients. So we really want you to be careful because things happen all the time. I need you to go ahead and put in the chat this information. I'm going to ask you this question. All of you are going to go ahead and put it in. If you were the driver and survived a fatal crash caused by you, how would this affect your life? Again, I'm going to ask all of you this question. If you were the driver and survived a fatal crash, someone was killed. That's what a fatal means. Caused by you, how would this affect your life? I'm going to give you a moment, and then I need all of you to type it in for me. Again, all of you listening right now, I'm putting this question in. I want all of you to respond and type it in for me. If you were the driver and survived a fatal crash, a fatal is when someone got killed caused by you. You caused the crash. How would this affect your life? This is where I need all of you who are watching right now to participate and type in your response. Please go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving forward. All right, obviously we have to take personal responsibility, and drivers are charged many times in manslaughter. You didn't intend to kill your friend. You didn't intend for them to die because of their injuries. I will feel very guilty for the rest of my life, and as you should. There are a lot of legal hoops. Yes, you will have to get a lawyer. Yes, you might have your license suspended for 5 years, 7 years. Maybe you were at a friend's house and people were drinking or consuming drugs. And we talked about marijuana and alcohol being a gateway drug, okay? And gateway drugs lead to others. Alcohol leads to marijuana. Marijuana leads to methamphetamine. So they all are in that drug family. And part of segment two, part of my job is to make you aware so you make good decisions. All of you will make decisions regardless of what I say, because I care, regardless of what your parents say, your teachers say, but we all care about you. And we all will lose a young person because one of you could find a cure to cancer. One of you could find the problems that we have in our society. So we never know, the one person could turn around the world. And unfortunately, we lose too many young people monthly, daily, to car crashes. And that's the biggest thing. And a lot of you, you think you'll never die. It's a kryptonite quotient, you're going to live forever. The family of the person who was killed will definitely file a lawsuit. They're trying to get some financial restitution. The person is gone, but that financial restitution could help in many different ways. Due to lack of driving experience, the largest category is speeding. So all of you will speed. You speed when you're tired. You speed when you're late. Let's keep going. Why is 9 p.m. to midnight a dangerous time period for young driver fatal car crashes? I'm putting the next question in. Again, I need all of you to answer this. Why is 9 p.m. to midnight a dangerous time period for young driver fatal crashes? Take a moment, answer that question. No, there's not an infograph. All of you have the same notes. You received a PDF. I'm reviewing the information, and this ties into what you're doing. So I need all of you listening. I'll say it again. Why is 9 p.m. to midnight a dangerous time period for young driver fatal crashes? Fatal is when someone dies. This is where all of you are listening. You have a chance to comment. You have a chance to leave your mark so other people can see this. So if you're taking the time to listen right now, you can comment. And then when you comment, it's going to become internalized. Okay, I'm going to continue to keep it going. Again, the question was, why is 9 p.m. to midnight a dangerous time period for young driver fatal car crashes? Many states have changed the laws because we're losing too many young drivers. A young driver is considered about 14.9 to about 21 years old. So as a result of this, laws had to be changed. Too many young people were dying. We're losing too many members of our young society. So legislation and parent groups got together and said, we will change laws. We will increase the number of hours students need to drive under their parent supervision. Will require a segment 2, a segment 3. You'll have to take a road test. And if you get a ticket, you'll be held down at that level for another 3 months or 6 months. It is harder to see at night. I do drive clients at night. Your depth perception is off. And for beginning drivers driving at night, it's very scary. Routinely, yesterday I was with the client driving, literally going off the road to the right. So as a result, we have to have you guys being on top of your driving skill set when you get out there. Okay? Next question. The most dangerous time of the day is a 3-hour period from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Again, I'm going to read the statement and you're going to answer this question. The most dangerous time of day is the time period from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's a 3-hour period. Why is this after school time period the most dangerous for young driver fatal car crashes? Again, don't try to Google it or look it up. I need your answers. So go ahead, take a moment, type in your information. Again, I said for all of you who are listening, the most dangerous time of day is the 3-hour time period from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Many of you who are listening are in that you're under 21. Some of you are listening who are over 21. It would be nice you can put in your age so I can know who I'm talking to, and that could definitely help you, right? Because I'm taking the time to share this information with you, make sure you're safe on the road, and that's what I want to do as a public servant. So why is the after-school time period the most dangerous time for young driver fatal car crashes? Take a moment and answer that. Many of you who are watching right now say, man, this is really fun. I get a chance to share my opinion, learn something, and that's what it's about. So I want to bring you that value. All I ask that those of you who are watching, watch all the videos I put together, right? And if you really like it, you can subscribe, but you got to watch and you got to learn and then leave questions. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this. So look, I'm reading some comments. One person said people are rushing home, school, work in a hurry, extracurricular activities, football, track, cheerleading. I mean, you're high school. And then those of you who are lucky enough to play on the college level, less than 1% of you, you're going to be having that same opportunity. You're tired. You're going to the dorm. You got a night class going on. You have tutoring. You have your private trainer to get you ready for the golf tournament, for the all-state championship. I've coached high school athletics. I've had all-state athletes. I've been to the state championship. I've had young ladies 2-time, 3-time all-state, guys 2-time, 3-time all-state getting scholarships. It's a really special moment, but it takes a big commitment. You're tired. You have track practice. Then you got to go home and do your homework. And oh, by the way, The scout from Iowa State is coming tomorrow. I need you to meet me in the main office at 10:30. Here's your pass to give to your teacher. And that's what good coaches do. They prepare you to get to college, right? And they take you up to college. As a head coach, I had to get my athletes, we get on the bus, the parents go up, we go up to campus. People are rushing home. People are coming from home to work, the store, rushing to beat traffic. This is so true. In parking lots, your teams, they're drifting, they're doing burnouts. That's what teams do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's what they do. Okay, the highest number of deaths are 38, and this happens in May and October. Again, the highest number of deaths happen in May and October. January, February, March, April. So next month, we're going to have a lot of deaths, unfortunately. And this is research. And 33% of deaths, a lot of those deaths happen on Friday and Saturday. So we're trying to change behavior. Slow down. Take your time. Again, this is information. So let's go ahead and keep this moving here. Let's talk about this for a moment. Young driver fatal crashes occur 97% occur on roadways with a speed limit of 55 or less. So we have a lot of young people speeding on those rural roads, those two-lane roads. 76% occur on rural area roads. 69% of sections of the roadway where no traffic device is in effect. So there's no traffic light. There are no warning signs. 53% occur while driving on straight roads. After this, I'm going to hit you guys with a Kahoot, and we're going to see who's really been paying attention. I always like to look at data. 20% at stop signs. So people get rear-ended. They're not paying attention. They're going too fast. They're looking down at their phone. 14% of roadways where it's 35 or less. So those are kind of those sub streets where people are driving, maybe they're going too fast, trying to get home, take the back way in. Hey, I forgot my uniform, coach. Can I run home real quick? Or my assistant coach, hey, okay, assistant coach, I need you to get in your car. You take our state athlete to their house so they can get their uniform. We don't let you drive to the meet. That was the policy the school had. You ride on the bus. Then if you want to ride home, you sign a waiver. The school can't be held responsible. 11% of roadways where no traffic control device is in effect. I need you to type in, what is the takeaway from this? What did you learn from this? Again, these are some of the areas where the fatal crashes occur. I need all of you to type in one thing you learned from this. You got stop signs, you have straight roads, you have rural areas. What did you learn from this? This is where all of you type in information. Give me a quick sentence. All of you who are listening, you taking the time to listen. Young driver fatal crashes occur, 55 mile per hour or less. 76% on rural roads. 69% of roadways where no traffic control device is in effect. No stop sign, no traffic light. Straight roads, stop signs. What does all this mean to all of you who are listening? Type in what this means to you. I'm trying to change your behavior. If I can do that tonight, I've done my job. And if you take the time to listen and leave a comment and watch some of this content, you're really going to learn. And then I'll do the editing and I'll get that out to you. And you leave comments, I will read those. Let's go ahead and keep many of these neglect or distraction. A lot of you neglect and don't do your homework. A lot of you speed through the parking lot. A lot of you walk out in front of cars. That's what kids do. You're under 24, 25 years old. Your brain is not developed. Fatal car crashes happen anywhere in experience. So I'm just trying to get you to think, Washington, and that's my job. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I just want you to think more. And when you get into the car, you oh, I'm going to wait until the parking lot clears. But you got to be to work at 3:15. This means as soon as the last hour bell rings, you run through the school, you throw your backpack in the car, and you speed out of the parking lot so you can beat the school buses out. That behavior is going to get people injured or killed. So I'm just trying to get you guys to think about it. Data. Kids can have accidents, or kids can be killed, or pedestrians can be killed at any time. I saw a young man in the back of a pickup truck yesterday. You know what happens if his friends whip the corner? He's going to fly out. I just want you to be successful. Let's keep going. Okay, you need to write this down. So I would draw it. Listen, so look, the more passengers you have in the car, the more likely you are to crash. Is it going to be in the test? So of course, it's going to be on the test. This is why this is put together. Segment 2, driver education, risk awareness. Young drivers plus passengers equal risk. Again, young drivers, passengers equal risk. 16 to 17-year-olds' risk of being killed increases when they're young drivers. If it's 2, it's 44%. The odds of one person dying or both of you are at 44%. I would draw the car and draw the picture. I want you to get an A on your test. Some of you will listen to me, some of you won't. And then when you fail your test, I'm going to see you next month. And it's not because I didn't go over information. I'm thorough. If you have 2 other passengers, there are 3 of you, it's 88%. It goes from 44 to 88. And then if you had 3, total of 4, it quadruples to 132%. So what do I need you to do? I need you to be mindful of how many people you have in the car. Really, you don't need anyone in the car because you're going to be distracted. Hey, look at that TikTok. Hey, did you see the TikTok house in California? Did you see my favorite content creator? They got a brand deal. They're making $400,000. Right, when they're 21, they can release that money into a trust fund. Right, you've seen your friends dancing, showing their move. You've seen the little couples on TikTok, right? They're making money. They're in a TikTok house. Why am I saying this to you? Because all of you are on that platform. You're not on YouTube. But we're trying to give you information to help you. Okay, again, 2 people is 44%. Okay, you and the passenger. 1 passenger. If it's 2 passengers, it's 88. If it's 3, it's 132%. The driver dies approximately 1/3 of all fatal car crashes involving novel drivers. Let's quickly write this information down. This is a lot. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Day 2, we're grinding. Okay, over half of young drivers are not driving recommended cars. Here's what I need all of you to do. I need you to type in the year, make, and model of the car you're driving. Please don't say, I don't know what type of. Type in the year, make, and model of the car you're driving. You should know that. The year, make, and model. Please go ahead and do that. Type in the year, make, and model. All of you who are listening right now, you're getting some bonus content. Type in the year, make, and model of the car you're driving. If you're not of driving age, then you really don't have to put a car in. But what I need to know is to help me analyze who's watching right now. If you're driving, put yes. If you have a car, put the year, make, and model. The year of the car. Is it 2016, 2019? Is it a Equinox? Is it a Mustang? The year, make, and model. Okay, I want to keep it moving because you deserve value. All right, 2019 Chrysler V8, 2023 Traverse, right? Many of you don't have cars. Your parent maybe got a second car for you because the insurance will be very high. A 2007 Nissan, thank you. I see a Honda Outlander, good. 2023 Buick Enclave, they're known for safety. 2020 Chevy Colorado, pretty nice. 2020 GMC Arcadia, very good. The 2023 Dodge Hornet GT, nice, thank you. The 2019 Jeep Wrangler Equinox, the 2021 Dodge Ram 2500, bigger vehicle, 2014 Toyota, I think it's the 2010, the 2020 Audi, nice, the 2020 Ram 1500. Okay, so a lot of you are doing the SUVs, 2000 VW, okay, 2000 F350, all right, love it. 2022 Grand Cherokee, 2012, that's it, right about 2012 Ford Taurus, 2007 Chrysler convertible, those are nice. The Honda, 2007 Honda Odyssey. Okay, so a lot of you are doing those mid-sized vehicles, and then let's take a look. Young drivers, we recommend mid-sized vehicles, right? We want a lot of metal around you. We want you to be protected. Okay. Let's look at this. Teens, you drive more miles. You take more risk. You receive more traffic violations, and you're involved in more crashes. So we're trying to change the behavior, and that's really important. So if you want to know more research, this is according to the Insurance for Highway Safety. Okay, this can give you information on what are the safest vehicles. And let's keep it going. I don't want it to drag. Okay, let's look at this now. Involved in single car vehicle crashes. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye. Involved in single car crashes, young drivers, 36% as compared to all drivers. So young drivers had 30%, 36% more crashes. All drivers, young and old, have 34. So this tells us that younger drivers have more crashes. Let's move it forward. Now, out of that group, 14% are head-on crashes, which can be very dangerous. You want to avoid head-on collisions at any cost. The other percentage are 3%, which are rear-end collisions. So you need to write down young drivers, 36%, all drivers, 34%, 14% head-on collisions. We're trying to get you to visualize. We're almost done with this. And then we're going to get you into Kahoot or a Quizzy and see how much you know. So hang in there with me. 3% rear-end crashes, and then 64% involved in 2 or more vehicles. So this helps us understand the dynamics of where these crashes happening, whenever a crash happens, the location, the time, the weather conditions, the type of car, who was at fault. So the state police do a lot of information, and sometimes we do a crash analysis of that. I've done that before. All right, again, young drivers 36, all drivers 34, 14% head-on collisions, 3% rear-end crashes, 64% involved in 2 or more crashes. Let's go ahead and write this down. We're almost done here, right? So what is this? We're looking at where and when crashes happen. You're going to see this on a quiz. You're going to see this on a test. A lot of this information repeats, and by you understanding this information, you're going to do well on your test. There are 20 questions. We want you to pass. What can you do to help prevent this from occurring? 81% of crashes happen on fair weather days, sunny, dry. 72% on dry surfaces. So we want to make sure you're driving consistently in all weather conditions. If it's rainy, drive slower. If it's sunny outside, might have to put down the visors. And then 16% wet roads. There are probably some accidents today because we had a massive storm, power failures, trees broken. 10% in the rain, 7% snow, 4% icy roads, and 2% fog. I'm going to go through this again. Then I believe we're good here. So 81% occur on fair weather conditions. You're leaving the high school parking lot. You didn't see someone coming. You didn't look to the left. A pickup truck is coming. You pull out. You get hit. 72% on dry surfaces. 16% wet roads. 10% rain, 7% snow, 4% icy roads, and 2% fog. These are statistics that will help you. Now, I keep saying this is the last one, but I keep lying to you. Okay, this is some statistical information. You need to write this down. I'm going to go over it right now. Let's not waste time. Male drivers have more crashes. 64% of males have more crashes. They drive faster. They drive more reckless. Definitely write that down. Males, you have more accidents. So we could look at crash data, State Farm insurance. We all know Jake from State Farm. AAA. We could look at that data. Males drive faster. They get charged more. 36% of females, it's almost double, right? However, young drivers account for only 6.9% of licensed drivers. So what does this mean? Your age group only counts for less than 7%, but you're having a lot of accidents. 6% were drinking alcohol as compared to 17% of all drivers. So 6%. So some people in your age group do consume alcohol. It's Friday. You won the game. It's Saturday. You won the game. Your parents are out of town. You're hanging out all weekend. You can chill at your friend's house. 13% were not wearing seatbelts. So let's review this, and then you're going to tell me what you learned, and we're going to move forward, and then you're going to be getting into a Kahoot, and then you have to do the rest of the study guide here. All right, so 13% were not wearing seatbelts. Wear your seatbelts. Your age group does not wear seatbelts for some reason. 6% have been drinking alcohol as compared to 17% of all other drivers. And however, young drivers only account for 6.9%. So you have to be licensed. So some of you will be licensed at 16.9, 17.1. You have to have all your hours. You got to pass the road test. So having your permit or segment 2 doesn't count. Fully licensed driver. And then 36% were female, 64% were males. Okay, I need all of you to type in 2 things you learned from this information. Again, all of you type in 2 things you learned. And then you're going to have an hour to do your other stuff. Type in 2 things you learned quickly. All right, guys, you've been listening here. So I asked you what type of vehicle you were driving. We went through some crash statistic information. Right? 13% of drivers, young drivers don't wear seatbelts. That's you. That's anywhere from 14.9 to about 21. 6% are consuming alcohol. And then you're out driving. You're driving under the influence, which is a no-no. Of that group, only 6.9% of the total drivers are licensed. So your group is really small, but you account for a lot of accidents. 36% were female. And then because of crash statistical information, 36% are female and 64% are male. So more male drivers are having accidents and getting involved in crashes. If you enjoy this, I need you to look at all my content, look through the videos. I'll be going live all the time. And then I'll be editing it into small shorts and reels and all that. But I want to say thank you. And if you really like it, subscribe. Bye.